That's a quarter, well, yeah, a quarter of the floor done. That weren't actually that bad. You can see, this must all be like a stone chip, that they've stone chipped this this inside bit, but all that's all rusting. There's a hole there at the back of the floor, but I knew that anyway from looking for the side. So I can see where the spot bolts were. You know, I think that if I get an M machine floor, and I don't know whereabouts in this part that they come to, but I think if I can go right from that end all the way down to the front bit, I think that'll be good. So I've just got that back seat to do. That side, and that side. It's just hard work being on your hands and knees. It's a good job I've got a leaning mat. That's just all the stuff from this quarter. Comes off really easy. I was dreading it, but it's actually not that bad. I didn't mind that. And if you saw, I was just degreasing it and scotching it, so at least the floor's sort of a bit prepped as well, because that I think it's tar, isn't it, or something like that. So I used a solvent degreaser and just red scotched it. It'll give the floor a little bit of a prep as well. I just thought I'd sit and take a minute or two just to talk to you about this car. Now, loads of episodes ago, I was doing the back panel, and I cut a lower section out and put a Magnum panel in. Now, that back end's had accident damage. It's either had accident damage or somebody's, well, when they cut the back floor, they didn't put it in the correct place and they pushed the back panel. Up to that point, I was putting Magnum panels everywhere. But then obviously I came up to that problem where I had that the back panel wasn't fitting right, so I got a Heritage panel, cut all the back panel out, and it fit perfectly. Since then I've moved along. Obviously this floor, I know where it is there, and I'm probably going to put an M machine panel in. I think they're called M machine. Yeah, so I'm going to put an M machine panel in and probably up past that first flute. I've obviously got to see one first because I don't know whereabouts it comes to. But I was watching somebody do one on a Clubman recently, Simpsons Classics. So I was watching him on that blue Clubman, and he went in between that first flute and the second flute. So hopefully that'll be that is what I'm going to do. Now for the rest of the car, I was going to use Magnum panels. So I've been looking at prices, deciding what to do, and I think what I'm going to do is that anything that's underneath the car, anything that's on the inside of the car, I'm going to use either Magnum or M machine. And then on the outside of the car, I'm going to use Heritage panels. I know it says budget repair, but I see it still being a budget repair because I'm doing it in my garage and not having somebody doing it for me. So I'm saving money that way. I can't see myself saving money messing about trying to fit different panels that is going to make it a bit harder for me. So hence the reason why I'm going for Heritage. Now, you've seen in the last episode that I've cut the scuttle panel off. I've had to cut that off because I couldn't get to that inner, I think it's a flitch panel. So I had to do that. So obviously I'm going to be putting 2 new front wings on it, which are going to be Heritage, a scuttle panel, which is going to be Heritage, front panel, which is going to be Heritage. The front bonnet, I'm not sure yet because it's missing the lip off the front of the bonnet. It wasn't there when I took it off the car, so somebody must have taken it off before, and it's all rusted right on the edge. So I have done a repair video on it, but in the corners it's all split. So I might have to save up for that. What I'm doing, I'm saving up for panels as I'm going along, trying not to spend that much money and save up. So it is still a budget project, because if I was to paint this through my company, so if my company, somebody was paying my company for me to paint it, it'd cost me thousands. But because I'm going to do it myself, because I'm going to do it myself and just pay for materials, it will be a lot easier. Because I'm going to do it myself, I'm just going to be paying for materials. So it's still, in my opinion, a budget restoration. You know, a lot of you understand out there, you know, how much it costs to do one of these. It'd cost an absolute fortune to go to have somebody paid to do this. You know, and a lot of it's all the donkey work. You know, cleaning the floor out, stripping sealer off the bottom of the floor. That's horrible work, but it needs to be done. Inside these flutes, inside the car, there's water tracks. So it's obvious that water's been in here because I can see where it's all been running. So obviously, I've just said what I'm going to do on front end. I've said what I'm going to do to the floor. Now the doors, somebody's previously put 2 door skins on it. There's no sound deadening in the doors. So one of them, when you look around the actual frame of it, they're all rippled, or what of it. I mean, there's ripples here somewhere on this quarter panel, but if that quarter panel's nice, I'm not going to put a new one on it, because I want to keep at least something new on the car, old on the car, should I say. So I'm going to be putting 2 new door skins on it, because obviously there's rust all the way around the door. You can see where somebody's put new door skins on and they've sanded round the edges, and then it looks like they've just painted over, they've probably just aerosoled it or something like that, because you can see where it's all rusted. And I bet when I take the door skins off, I'll have a test of it, and I'll be able to see what they've done to it. They've not prepped the door enough, they've not etched it, they've not wetted it, they've not base and cleared it. I don't know what this sort of paint is, because it's really weird. It's really weird. It's not ultra high solids anyway. You know, I use ultra high solids, and there's no way that is. You know, it's not a bad finish. You know, it's not a bad finish. There's runs everywhere, things like that, but it looks good on camera. So anyway, so I'm going to be putting 2 new door skins on it, and the other thing that I'm going to be doing on it is I want to put a new roof on it. Now, I'm not a fan of sunroofs, and that sunroof I don't think is genuine from the factory, so I think somebody's put that in after, and it's all bubbling up with rust, and I don't want it to leak in, and I don't want to do all this and then the roof leaking. You know, if I do take it out in the rain, I'm not going to be taking it out in the rain. If I take it out and it rains, then fair enough, but I'm not going to just go, oh, it's raining, I'm going to take my car out into the rain. You know, I want this to be a drivable car, but I'm not taking it out when it's absolutely throwing it down, if it's snowing, you know, etc, etc. So I'm looking into putting a new roof on it, and if I do put a new roof on it, it'll be Heritage. So I just thought I'd let you know, because I have made some decisions about what I am going to be doing. You know, this is my car. You know, I'm not doing it for anybody else. This is going to be something for me and my wife, because she's excited for it to be done, and then we can go driving in it. You know, I don't know when it's going to get painted. I hope to paint it next year, and then, you know, I hope to finish the metal work this year. What are we in now? June. So I hope to finish the metal work this year, get it ready for painting next year, and start rebuilding it in summer, and then obviously over winter time and have it ready for 2024. I don't know yet, we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm obviously taking all the bitumen, sound deadening off, and then I've got to go and have a look at these outer sills, and see where we go from there. Anyway, I appreciate everybody watching and all the likes that I get. I'm doing this for just documenting what I'm doing, you know. I enjoy, every now and again I'll enjoy watching some episodes. I'm not saying I like them all, because some of them are quite boring, but some of them are alright. So I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.